What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you joining me for another video where today we're going to talk about L'Jarius Sneed. We've talked a lot about this, and I got to tell you, the conclusion of this couldn't have been any more of a troll to Colts fans. Okay, by the end of this thing, we thought we had him. Okay, there were days where the Colts fans, we thought we had L'Jarius Sneed on the team. Then late last night, it was right around 10:55 or so, when I saw Adam Schefter put a tweet out that said, "Trade Chiefs are finalizing a deal to send franchise cornerback L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans per league sources. Chiefs are expected to receive a 2025 third round pick." Okay, that's 2025. That is not a 2024 third round pick. That is a 2025 third round pick, in addition to a 2024 seventh round pick swap. And then Sneed, of course, signs a new contract. Now, we had heard that the Colts were going to give away a third round pick to try to land L'Jarius Sneed. So the Colts, their draft capital was where it needed to be in order to land the deal. So from that aspect, I do believe that there probably was a deal in place and a trade in place to make that happen. But here's where it gets tricky. Okay, L'Jarius Sneed, we were talking about, $22 million average annual value for L'Jarius Sneed. And maybe the Colts would have been willing to pay a contract with $22 million average annual value, but the guaranteed money that the Colts were going to give away probably wasn't what the Titans were able to give away. Okay, over 4 years, the average annual salary for L'Jarius Sneed is $19 million, which is actually less than what he's making was going to be making on the franchise tag. But Tennessee also a state that doesn't have any state tax. So in terms of money that he's actually going to see, he's probably making a little bit more money than what he would have on the salary cap this year. Then when you look at it, $55 million guaranteed to L'Jarius Sneed. And again, the Colts probably just weren't ready to touch that number. Okay, what I saw was a tweet from Andrew Moore where he mentioned that that is $10.5 million more guaranteed money than any cornerback in NFL history. So he got a bunch of guaranteed money, which is exactly what Destin Adams, one of the first tweets that he made about this whole thing, and he retweeted his own tweet a day later, was talking about how guaranteed money is the way of the NFL nowadays. And if you're not going to be shelling out guaranteed money, then you're not going to get those high level players. Okay, now L'Jarius Sneed ends up on the Titans. And again, this is like a massive troll job. At the end of the day, it's not only that L'Jarius Sneed is going somewhere else, it's that he's going somewhere in the division. So the division continues to get stronger where you have the Colts, and we were 9-8 last year with all the circumstances of what we had last year, 9-8. So with the thought of that, there's a part of me that continues to kind of come around a little bit to the idea of, maybe we will be better than what I'm thinking. We could just retain our own guys, keep really high level guys that we have in the building, continue to try to build through the draft. That's, maybe I'm just coping, maybe I'm just telling myself what I need to get through it. But I do have faith in the Colts. At the end of the day, I'm always going to expect this team to win. Like as a fan of the Colts, like year in, year out, like the goal is Super Bowl. I don't care what moves we made. I don't care who we have on the team. Like the goal is Super Bowl. And, it might turn out that in the first month of the season, it's clear that we're not a Super Bowl team, but I'm always going to want us to win. I'm always going to want it to be fun. L'Jarius Sneed not being on the Colts definitely affects that. But again, I've mentioned this multiple times. I am confident if we go into next season, we have Dallas Flowers, Juju Brents, Jalen Jones, and Kenny Moore as our 4 core guys at that cornerback position, right? You have one guy as a depth piece, right? I feel good with the cornerbacks, to be completely honest. Now, I think a lot of us would probably agree, and maybe all of us would agree, safety is the bigger need, especially at the moment. Nick Cross, Rodney Thomas looking like our starters going into next year. We'll see what happens at that safety position. If there's any news on that, of course, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. So, of course, make sure you subscribe with notifications on so that you get notified when any updates do come out. Any other videos, going to continue to have daily content through the off season. So make sure you get notified whenever those videos do come out. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.